Hey guys, so this week ends with the technical report um, final draft submission, and I'm a little torn about the video because I feel like all the feedback I'm giving is like right at the last minute when it's like too late. So I apologize. I'm really close to being all caught up with grading. I just wish I'd given you, a few more days on that. I did give feedback on the intro and methods section um, earlier, so you've had that for a while, and then um, some of you have had the draft feedback since last night. Some of you have only had it from today. So if you've already submitted it and a lot of this feedback is like, oh gosh, that would have been helpful like 2 days ago, I apologize. So let's look at some examples. And I forget who I've already highlighted. So if I've highlighted people before, this is Alex's though, not Frank Johnson. So this is the template that you guys were supposed to use. A lot of you guys did not. Some of you did great work even without the template, so I'm not that worried. So a few things that I've noticed as patterns. What Alex does here of, I recommend that the Humanities and Performing Arts Department create a program that focuses on in-person interactive activities rather than online. So it is a recommendation of very clear, okay, I think it could be more specific of, here's exactly what I recommend, but that's kind of outside the scope of the thing. I tried to point out sometimes of like, hey, I think you should have more specific recommendation. I recognize though that that's not really the purpose. I mean, you're not doing a whole bunch of, you're not experts in like what would solve this. Let me point out a few things though. So methods, rather than just a single paragraph, there's sections of, here's the delivery, here's the sample. The purpose of this is to really like break down, how did you get this information? Like, notice here that all of these, I'm trying to point, but you guys can't see where I'm pointing. The surveys, like it's not like the results of the survey, it's how did you get that very slight or not at all, a little, moderately. So this is what we used to get this broken down. Or activities, the tables use this, these things with these values. That just is exactly what the methods section is supposed to be doing. Not like about the results or about the survey, about anything, but just like how you get this information. Because people will skip over this, as has been said in the instructions. If people aren't interested in this, they will skip over it, which is fine. And that's kind of why you have headings. I like this graph because it has a lot of information. It's got the minimum, the maximum, the median, all right there. It's kind of boring. It's kind of bland. But I mean, it's got a lot of information. Same with these other, let me see if there's anything else. I think I'm going to move on in interest of time. Let's see, this one was Ryan's. Kind of a similar thing here of using the we rather than I, quoting from the sources, but also focusing on we were able to come up with a conclusion on which wholesome activities. The recommended action for the school is take more social gatherings and parties as well. So that is the kind of, and from what I noticed, it's hard to have like results and discussion without having like a recommendation that you're working towards. So you want to have like, here's the end goal. Let's walk it back from there. What information is going to be most helpful to support that end goal, that recommendation? How did we get that information? Introduction is just wrapping it all in a nice bow. I guess the conclusion as well is kind of doing that. So again, how did we get this information? Here's the exact how it was set up, how the students worked, results. Again, I think this is a little bit, just having the slight curve here could be a little bit more visually interesting. But, and then I recommended that Ryan, because there was such a weird, no, because there was such a weird, like the low was up high, but then the medium, that's kind of a weird result, which he says the difference, where was it? Because there wasn't this, it was a correlate. I think either this could be tossed out or clear about why it was being, why Ryan used it. One last one. So this is Ginger's. I just thought I wanted to highlight this for the awesome graph works. Just the nice colors. Also some really awesome information all packed together. I just am laughing at the irony of my son with the phone given this technical report. And then also there's pie chart, good old pie charts. I believe I recommended that Ginger put this in more of an order of like top to bottom, alphabetical order even, but just something to have more of a rationale to behind the why the pie chart is laid out this way. So yeah, that's a longer video than I was intending, but good luck wrapping this up. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Hope you weren't too distracted.